2013, and this is a fabulous prelude. The JLT Specialty Handicap Chase due off now at 3:20, the revised off time, and there are several familiar names. Midnight Chase, who ran in last year's Gold Cup, the package that you saw running so well in the Hennessy earlier in the season. Alice talked to Colin Tizard about Hey Big Spender. Donald McCain seeking compensation for the disappointing run of Overturn with Our Mick, the favourite here. Merry King has been well back the last couple of days for handicap specialist John Joe O'Neill, and Gary Moore's Fruity O'Rooney ran really well in this last year. Pete the Feet ran up an early season sequence. Lock Bar for Mick Shannon and Dominic Ellsworth has been well tipped up. Munkety Tunkety would be the story of the race for the smaller yards. Tullamore Dew's twice been placed at festivals past, and Golden Chieftain is the bottom one for Colin Tizard. Let's pluck out a select handful for you, as they were a few moments ago.
A brutally competitive race, but it has not put off the punters. Plenty of backed horses, including Munkety Tunkety, also Fruity O'Rooney into 10s. Then we have White Star Line, 14s into 12. Lock Bar, 10s into 8. And the favourite is Our Mick, 7 into 13 to 2. The negative now in the race on course is Merry King, out from 13 to 2 to 8 to 1. But as you say, devilishly competitive.
As with all these festival races, it'll be fast, furious. They'll be jostling for position on the tape. Who'll come out on top, Jim?
Pin never lies. Fruity O'Rooney each way.
Big race
speed here. I hope Merry King can run well. He's only had 4 chases. Stable won this race last year. He jumped superbly at Haydock.
I think Cloudy 2 is overpriced for Sue Smith, and Wayne Hutchinson put up a lot for his win last time, but he's a sound jumper who's still quite progressive.
This could be really strongly run. Fruity O'Rooney, Midnight Chase, Poolmaster, Our Mick. They're just 4 potential front runners. So, tactics will be important. High quality handicap. Chance, as Claire said, for the punters to back a winner at a big price here.
In these Baltic conditions, Simon Holt, this is one to warm the blood as 20 plus line up for the JLT Specialty. All yours.
Yes, it's a bit of a charge, isn't it? And despite the weather conditions, Tullamore Dew has sweated up very badly down at the start. That can't be a good sign, surely, in this weather. Some real Cheltenham favourites here, the likes of Midnight Chase, who's won 5 times on the course. Nokara Bo making his 5th appearance at the festival. Others who have been here before, including, of course, last year's 2nd and 3rd Fruity O'Rooney and Our Mick in this race. So a lot of these know their way round. But as we saw in the last race at Arkle Challenge Trophy, you can sometimes go too quick. And those front runners were taking each other on. Let's see what unfolds here. They come in at a fair rate for the JLT Specialty Handicap Chase. And quickly on to the first fence. Pete the Feet on the inside of the grey Our Mick, and Fruity O'Rooney in the dark green jacket. Poolmaster is handy as well. Tenor Nivernay turns their first bend in about 5th place on the outside of Planet of Sound. Then White Star Line in about 8th or 9th, the inside of Tour de Champ and the package, and then Nadir de la Vega towards the outside in the white cap aboard JP McManus's Silks. Up the inside, Tullamore Dew as they cross that one from Golden Chieftain and Nokara Bo and Munkety Tunkety, who's just in the second half of the field. And then quantitative easing from Merry King and Midnight Chase up the inside of Cloudy 2 as they run downhill towards the next. Pete the Feet, the first to rise from Fruity O'Rooney. A blunder at the back from Quartz de Tay there. Made a bad mistake as Pete the Feet continues to lead them. Over in 2nd place, Fruity O'Rooney, as they now take the water. Our Mick on the outside, and then Poolmaster and Planet of Sound on the near side. Jadanley was the last to land as they continue along the back straight, tracking the leaders Tour de Champ, with also the package and Tenor Nivernay, and then on the outside Nadir de la Vega, and they're followed by Tullamore Dew on the near side, and Munkety Tunkety, who'd be about 10th, 11th, 12th, thereabouts. The package is close up with these as they cross the next. Pete the Feet still the first to stream over there. Amongst the back markers, nuts and bolts, with Jadanley also towards the rear of the field. Hey Big Spender is out the back as well, and also Lock Bar, who's 2nd last, and finally Quartz de Tay. On towards the next. This is an open ditch. Pete the Feet from last year's runner-up Fruity O'Rooney, and one gone there. A second one gone. It might have been Tullamore Dew. We've lost it Nokara Bow has gone at that, and the other one I think was Tenor Nivene. Tenor Nivene and Nokara Bow are out at the ditch at the top of the hill. Tullamore Jew still going with them. The two riders, well, one is up. Pete the Feet leading as they start down the hill from Fruity O'Rooney. Paul Masters on the outside. On the near side, Purple and White Jacket, Planet of Sound from Tour de Champs, and then Our Mick on the outside. The white-faced Tullamore Jew on the right, still very much in the contest, followed by White Star Line, and then Golden Chieftain as they clear the next plane fence. Our Mick didn't get very high at that. Back in the field, quantitative easing has dropped away somewhat. Jadanley is under a stranglehold right at the back in a yellow cap being weighted with. That might be shrewd tactics there. Lock Bar, and then out the back, Summary Justice and Quartz de Tay. They've gone a frenetic pace for the first circuit in this JLT Specialty Handicap chase as they round the turn into the home straight at the end of a circuit. And it's Pete the Feet from Fruity O'Rooney as they near the next plane fence. Pete the Feet, Fruity O'Rooney 1 and 2. And they're saying, oh, Lock Bar has gone there, blundered badly, and Dominic Ellsworth thrown out of the saddle. Lock Bar is out of the race. Pete the Feet from Fruity O'Rooney. Midnight Chase made a mistake well back in the field, passing the stands. Pete the Feet, Fruity O'Rooney, Paul Master 3. 4 is Planet of Sound from Tour de Champs and Our Mick. They're tracked then by Tullamore Jew on the inside of Golden Chieftain, then Nadir de la Vega on the outside of the package, White Star Line. Merry King about 12, a blunder from Fruity O'Rooney at that plane fence. Munkety Tunkety towards the inside, just blocked off slightly by Tullamore Jew. Cloudy 2 pushed along, Quartz de Tay is being pulled up, Nuts and Bolts is well back. Jadanley making a little bit of ground from Midnight Chase, then Hey Big Spender, Summary Justice and Quantitative Easing is now being pulled up over the next plane fence, and the leaders safely over that, though Summary Justice has fallen at the back of the field. Pete the Feet leading by a couple of lengths to Paul Master. Fruity O'Rooney still handy despite a blunder on the near side. Our Mick is close up out wide within the white cap Nadir de la Vega, who's right in touch in the hands of AP McCoy. Merry King looking dangerous. Dark green and lighter green diamonds going into that one from Tour de Champs. They're followed by Golden Chieftain. Cloudy 2 on the outside of White Star Line as they head towards the next plane fence. Pete the Feet on the inside, still the leader from Paul Master. Fruity O'Rooney getting a shake of the reins now from Jamie Moore in third place. Our Mick gets a blow from the whip, 2 blows from the whip. Then Nadir de la Vega, the white cap Golden Chieftain, then Merry King. Tour de Champs is right there in the blue jacket, pink cap, White Star Line. Tullamore Jew, Planet of Sound, and Jadanley still making some progress over the open ditch going up the hill. Nuts and Bolts is at the back of the leading bunch of horses, and I can't see many others featuring. Midnight Chase is tailing off, the package is tailing off, and Hey Big Spender looks likely to be pulled up as they round the top turn with 3 fences left to jump, and the pace really sorting a few out here starting down the hill. Pete the Feet, what a bold sight from Our Mick in second place. Fruity O'Rooney third on the inside of Paul Master. They're followed by White Star Line. Out wide, Nadir de la Vega now being driven along. Cloudy 2, Tullamore Jew, Golden Chieftain coming there with a chance as well. This is 3 out, and Our Mick took over from Pete the Feet. White Star Line is travelling well though. Dark blue jacket, pink cap worn by Brian Cooper. Golden Chieftain is 3 wide as they head towards the turn, and Golden Chieftain is the one that goes up to Our Mick now. White Star Line back in third. Then Fruity O'Rooney under pressure. Tullamore Jew, Munkety Tunkety is trying to stay on round the outside as they swing the final corner, and up ahead Golden Chieftain now heads. Our Mick going to 2 out. Golden Chieftain up first from Our Mick in second. White Star Line back in third. Then Tullamore Jew, a gap to Fruity O'Rooney, and it's Golden Chieftain and young Brendan Powell at the final fence, and he sails over off a lightweight. Golden Chieftain is pulling well clear of Our Mick, who's tired in second. Then White Star Line, and racing up the hill, this has been one for the Collins Hizzard team. Brendan Powell doing the steering, and Golden Chieftain has routed them, wins by about 10 or 12 lengths from Our Mick in second. White Star Line was third, Tullamore Jew. Tight then for fifth between Nuts and Bolts and Fruity O'Rooney. Munkety Tunkety, Tour de Champs, Jadanley, a gap to Cloudy 2. The stragglers including Pete the Feet, who faded, Planet of Sound, Merry King well beaten as well. Delight all over Brendan Powell's face here after his victory on Golden Chieftain. Brendan taking 3 pounds off. This horse had the lightest weight of all, and he made it count up the hill.
Well, for Brendan Powell Senior, the Cheltenham Festival was something he appeared and rode at regularly. He also rode a Grand National winner on Rhyme or Reason, was associated with Dublin Flower and Panto Prince and all those good horses. But now the father looks on as his son, Brendan Powell Jr., rides his very first Cheltenham Festival winner on Golden Chieftain. 24 horses set out in this race. By the time they came down to the last fence, it was all about just one of them. Golden Chieftain coming home incredibly impressively in front. Bottom weight of 10 stone 5 with Brendan Powell Jr. claiming another £3 off that. It wasn't just the weight though, it was the jumping ability of this horse that has seen him home, and I suspect Brendan Powell, both of them, will be the most delighted people on the course. Let's hear from the jockey. He's won this for Colin Tizard and he's now with Alice.
Well, a third festival win for Colin Tizard, but a first for Brendan Powell Jr. He's absolutely bolted up.
Oh, he did. Throughout the race, everything that could go right did. He just hit the top of the one down the hill first time, and he does have a tendency, if things don't go his way, he doesn't always enjoy it as much. But I mean, when I had a little look at the screen halfway through the running, I thought this can't be true. I probably won by too far in the end, but it's an amazing feeling.
Well, the boss said beforehand he'd have to run the race of his life to win this, but he believed he could. He looks so well, and he's done it.
Yeah, he's a very classy horse. Just things haven't quite gone his way until today. But no, I mean, he's done everything right. He's made the job very easy for me.
You're looking so cool, Brendan. You've lived all your life watching your dad win Grand Nationals and Cheltenham winners, and you've done it yourself.
Oh, it's a dream come true. I mean, I came here today grateful for a ride. Never thought I'd ride a winner, but it's unbelievable.
Well done. Enjoy.
Very much.
Brendan?